In this video, I'll be taking on that gap, seeing how good we are at hitting it. As most of you guys know, I am kind of prepping for the season, getting back in shape. And one of the things that I've noticed is my release point and gap hitting is awful right now. One of the things that I've noticed is my release point and gap hitting is awful right now. So to kind of combat that, I've been working on some form stuff, but also I have constructed. I bought these on Amazon. They are two 10-foot flag poles. This is a 6-foot gap, about 35 feet away from where I'll be throwing. So it shouldn't be too difficult of a gap to hit. As kind of the off season goes and we get closer to the season, stuff like that, I think I'll be narrowing the gap, and I'll also be changing the discs that I throw through it and throwing different angles on it. But today, it's the first time of me ever doing anything like this, so I think it's going to be a little weird. I have 10 Bergs and Berg X's, just a mixture. Reason I'm using those is it's much easier to go get them. They don't go as far, so I can throw at all different power levels and have to go retrieve them, bring them back, clean them up, throw again. And we're just going to see how my soft, medium, and hard power shots rank kind of in percentage of me hitting this gap. I'm going to try to keep this up, and as I do like distance work or field work or anything like that, just always keep it in mind and throw through it on every single shot. So when I end up seeing a gap on the course, it just isn't scary at all. It's just my normal. It's kind of one of the issues of working the tech disc at the net. You're really close to the net and you're working on speed a lot of the time, but your release angle kind of goes to trash because you don't really have to worry about it. You just have to worry about yanking as hard as you can, and a lot of times you get more spin and more speed when you kind of grip block a little bit. So we have 10 Bergs. I'm going to start out at low power, and we're going to try to hit this gap as many times out of 10 as we can. I want to make sure I keep it high enough so it's a usable shot and not just cheat and throw it low into the ground. Shot one. We missed it. Okay. I have a feeling my soft power is actually going to be worse than my medium power because I kind of have to control my pacing manually. A little bit higher on these, I think, and I'm trying to keep my eyes on the target for as long as possible. That's pretty much perfect. So this is kind of an approachy shot. Maybe a little bit higher on that. And then I guess I should pick them up one at a time so it's more like I'm on the course. I don't just disc in my offhand. Soft. Okay, that's pretty good. Not bad. Whew. A little higher. Kind of baby them out low. I think it's just like a compensation thing, but when we get to medium power, yeah, that's better. When we get to medium power, I'm hoping that'll go away as I have to start throwing like real usable shots. Not bad. I'll put the tally of how many we made and how many we missed at the bottom of the screen. Pretty happy with that. Straight through the gut. So, you know, round one, getting used to the setup. I'm not upset at that performance. I have a big stack of Bergs all in one spot, so should be easy to go grab, and then we're going to do medium power. All right, we gathered them all up. Now we're going to do medium power. This is probably going to be about 75%, I think. So a nice solid shot, but not going for broke. Some questions that I might get asked. Why would you set something up like this instead of just going to a course? Well, what I learned kind of in training for, you know, a lot of my life is that if you make training very easy and very convenient, it is much easier to make sure that you do it and not have excuses that prevent you from doing it. So if I have to go to a course, I'm going to make excuses like, you know, it's too cold out today. I can't bring my camera and set it up. There'll probably be people there. All of these different things can come into my mind. This way, I don't have to worry about any of that. I have no excuse. It's right in my backyard. I can step out on my back deck, no warm up, and do some soft power, medium power, high power. Soft power warm me up for the medium power warm me up for the high power. And every time I do field work, I'll be forced to see this gap. And I think naturally my brain will make me want to hit it. So that's what we're going to try for at least, a month, 2 months, and just see how our course confidence in gaps goes. This is round 2, 10 more. I'm going to try to keep these a bit higher. I feel like last round I was kind of putting them out there kind of low to be safe and like gap hitty, when you're scared on a course and you just throw something kind of low and let it skip along the ground to get to the gap. This time I'm going to try to keep it high enough to where it actually has some room to fly, and we're going to throw it quite a bit harder. So here we go. This is actually nervy, but let's see how we do. Okay, not worried about angle right now, just worried about hitting the gap. We will work on angles later. Okay, nice height, nice power. Not bad. Still not quite like snapping them as hard as I can, but nice. Yeah, I'm happy with these so far. Whew. That's the beat up Berg. As you can see, the flip to it. This should be Sable. It's a Berg X. I really gave that one a little bit of a hit just to see if I could get closer to that 80% power mark and try to get back down to that 75 here. We're not at our max power yet. Just dead straight, baby. Let's go. 4 more. We haven't missed one yet in this round. Let's go. Whew. Beautiful. Just what I'm looking for right there. Whew. A little harder. There we go. 2 more. That one was actually a little weird because that's a soft Berg and the hand feel was quite different. Nice. I think we're 10 out of 10 there. I'm happy with that. Obviously, the gap is not tiny, guys. I'm not trying to say like I'm a gap hitting monster, but for me, it's confidence building, slowly narrowing the gap and training myself to not be scared of gaps. Last round, I put a blue bucket out there at 250 feet, straight line. I'm not super worried about angles today. So my goal with this set is to get to or past that bucket, let's say a couple times. I don't know how hard it's going to be to throw that hard and hit this gap, but my goal is to miss some on this set. I'm just going to amp up my power until I miss, basically, right? If I don't miss at 90%, don't miss at 95%, I'm just going to start cranking as hard as I can, trying to hit the gap while getting as far as I can. I think this will be really good for me when I have to actually hit a gap with a full power drive. I think this is where I struggle the most. So this is where I expect to miss the most, but we're gonna see. I'm gonna start at about 80% and then we're gonna go up to 100%. I think 250 with a Berg for me, I should be able to hit that. I mean, 80% might get there if I hit the line right, but I'm not worried about the angle, so maybe it'll take a little bit more percent than that. Let's go. This is a Berg regular. This is a regular Berg. Just gonna hit it a little flat and hard. Gotta give it some air too. See? Yeah, that would have definitely made the bucket. Missed it by just a pinch. Here we go. Perfect. Oh, perfect. Okay. So we got our kind of baseline. That's what we're looking for here. Stable guy, honestly. Okay, two in a row. Is this an X or a Berg? I have a mix of Berg X's and Bergs, so I gotta kind of look. So I gotta throw this one flatter. I want to get it there. And that was yanked to kingdom come. My gosh. Maybe it's the flat release that does me in. X, flatter again. There we go. Yeah, I think I just gotta keep my swing integrity. I can't be dropping my elbow when I throw flat. I think that's my issue. All right, that's 3 out of 10. That'll get there, come on. Yeah, that's dead in line with the bucket. It's 4. Whew. I'm gonna try to get this one past it. I'm gonna go even harder. Too much hyzer, but I did smack the crap out of it. That made it. X, flatter release here. I think this might be where I have my issues. Yep. Interesting. So something about throwing flat. That was bombed. Let's go. This is a regular Berg. Let's try to pass that bucket harder and harder until we miss. There we go. Too much hyzer, but you could just see how much power is on it. Try to get this one perfect. Farthest throw of the day. If I can make it the farthest throw of the day and hit the gap, I would be super stoked on that. A little less hyzer than last time. Oh. Yep. So, kind of as expected. I don't know exactly how many I got out of 10 there, but I found out a couple things. One, I feel like my flat release is a bit harder to control. 2, obviously as I power up, my form breaks down a little bit. So I need to find that percentage where I'm throwing hard, but I'm not just cranking it so hard that, you know, things aren't flying correctly. Turn. Damn. Oh, I made the bench. The bench is like 450-ish. That's the video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you like and subscribe. There'll be more of these coming. I got a bunch of training to do. Actually, for the viewers who made it to the end, I'll be in Florida February 10th to February 16th to collab with Nick Crush. So if you're in that area, I think we're going to be doing a distance throwing clinic, hopefully. And hit me up. We might have a meetup there. Thanks for watching. Peace.